What is contractual capacity? The contractual capacity, it is an important element of a valid contract, is that the parties to the contract should have the capacity to enter into a contract. Capacity here means competence of the parties to enter into a valid contract. Who are the ready to enter into the contract at the time the party's capacity is must and should need to perform the contract. Because of the reason, according to section 11 of the Indian Contract Act says, according to section 11 of the act declares the following persons to be incompetent to enter into a contract. The first person is a minor. The minor is an incompetent party to enter into a contract, and the second person is a person of unsound mind. The unsound mind persons are also incompetent persons to enter into a contract, and the third person is disqualified by law. Because of the reason, he is already disqualified by law. That's why three parties are incompetent parties to enter into a contract. The first point is minor. So, who is called minor? According to section 3 of the Indian Majority Act 1875, a minor is a person who has not completed 18 years of age. That's why, because of the reason he is not completed 18 years, he maybe don't have the maturity power of thinking capacity. So that's why the minor persons are not ready to enter into a contract. And a minor agreement, according to section 11, clearly states that minor is not a competent to contract. If a person enters into a contract with a minor, then such contract is void and inoperative ab initio. Ab initio means and the initial stage, starting stage. The law protects the minor since minor need protection because they have no experience of legal issue invalid in a contract. Because of the reason the minor persons are not ready to enter into a contract, if such we can do any transactions to a minor contract, automatically is declared to be void. And the next point is the types of person unsound minded. Example like idiot, lunatic, drunkard or delirious person and hypnotized person and mental decay. These persons are mentally disabled to their thinking capacity, so that's why they may be treated as to in law term wise unsound minded to enter into the parties. These parties are not ready to enter into the contract. If they involved, maybe the contracts are maybe cancelled. Cancelled says it void. The person of unsound mind, it means any person with an unsound mind is incompetent to contract. Only a person with a sound mind can be contract. It means who are the sound minded persons, they are ready to enter into the contract. If the person is unsound minded, it means he is incompetent, means it is an incapable person to enter into the contract. A person is said to be a sound mind for the purpose of making contract if at the time he makes it he is capable of understanding it and framing rational judgment as its effect upon his interest. So when the persons are ready to perform a contract, the persons must and should be sound minded. If the person may be unsound minded, it means the person may be incompetent, like incapacity persons to enter into a contract. This is the second element of to enter into a contract. We have discussed briefly. The first point is idiot. An idiot is a born fool who has completely lost his mental power. A person who can answer simple questions like what is your name and what is your age, how old are you, as not deemed to be an idiot. An idiot can never enter into a contract. If such a person has been provided the necessaries of life for which there has been no prevent, such payment can be realized from his property if he has any, but the idiot personally cannot be held responsible because of the reason they don't have any mentally powers to enter the contract. And the second point is lunatic. Lunatic means a person who has lost his mental powers because of an accident or illness or any personal tragedy is called a lunatic person. The lunacy denotes a periodic insanity and periodic sanity. The lunatic persons may be sad or mentally dissolved persons If the persons are entered into the contract at the time, maybe the contract are cancelled because of the reason they don't have any mentally power like memory level of powers. Without any memory, the partners are not perform the contract. And the next point is a drunkard or delirious person. Who is called drunkards? A person who is intoxicated sense in this form of like always like in one type of coma position by drinking, or is under the influence of drugs, is delirious because of pain or sickness, cannot make any rational decisions, and such incompetent to make contract. Because of the reason the drunkards are not ready to perform the contract in very well. Because of the reason they are mentally disabled persons, they kept their minds like intoxicated nature. The intoxicated persons, their mind levels always in the mode of sleeping mode, like in drugs position. That's why the drunkards also not competent persons to enter into the contract. And the next point is hypnotism. So it is also produces temporary incapacity till the person in under the impact of artificially induced sleep. Because of the reason the hypnotized person in the other party they have the other mode like in sleeping mode. The sleeping mode maybe they never take a correct decisions to the contract. That's why we never take to the hypnotism persons also entering into the contract. So when they are entered automatically the contracts are declared as a void contract. And the next point is mentally decay. The mentally decay means it is a patient to mention here that old age does not come under the provisions of these sections unless it is proven beyond a doubt that the party to the contract was unsound mind because of old age when the contract was made. So it means the age of older age, the memory levels may be daily reduced to their thinking capacity. That's why we should not enter to the old age means who are the mentally unable persons to enter into the contract. When the parties are entered into a contract, at the time their mind levels and their age of maturity level compulsory should be mentioned to perfect of contract. If any mentally disabled like who are the older citizens, the older citizens may be reduced to their memory levels. That's why we should not enter the mentally decay persons are also entering into the contracts. So these are the unsound minded parties to entering into the contract. Third point of incompetent person is the persons disqualified from any contracting by any other law. The third point in incapacity of parties, the persons are disqualified by law. It refers to a statutory disqualifications imposed on certain persons in respect of their capacity to contract. They already mentioned are any drawbacks like convict or any other foreign sovereignty or married women. So these are the peoples are disqualified by the law. So we can give the list out of name for the who are the disqualified by law. The persons are namely the first point is alien enemy, and the second point is foreign servants and diplomatic staff are insolvent person and convict persons. Corporations are company going ultra-wide its memorandum. So these are the examples for the disqualified by law. So these points are already in law mentioned. These parties are disqualified by law. If you take any interest to involve these parties, if any problems are occurring to make a contract at the time, then legally we can't proceed because of the reason they already mentioned to law. So these persons are disqualified by law. You should not enter to perform these type of contracts in your business transactions. So that's why when we want to enter the parties at the time, we can check it out the incompetent persons like the parties are alien enemy or foreign sovereignty or insolvent person or convict person or if any working or corporation or company going. So these factors we can remember to join the members to entering into the contract. So when they maybe have these points, the contract is automatically void. So these points are we can explaining briefly one by one. The first point is alien enemy. The alien enemy signs So who are the parties are entered to perform the contract? At the time we can identify to our contract maybe have alien enemies or not. So if in our country like an alien is incompetent to contract with the citizens of India, an alien enemy is one which whose country India is at war. For example, who are the opposite countries like India versus Pakistan? So these type of alien enemy countries we should not enter to perform the contract. If we can show any interest to perform the alien enemy, at the time the contracts are also should be declared like a voidable. If a war is declared, an alien enemy cannot enter into any contract with an Indian citizenship. The contract entered into before the declaration of war are either stayed or terminated, but the contract are entered into during the war are unenforceable. So that's why when the occurrence or disputes, automatically the contracts are void. Hence, we should not enter to alien enemy countries to perform the to mingle both countries to perform of contracts to share profits and losses. And the next point is foreign sovereignty and diplomatic staff. So these persons are immune from the jurisdiction of local courts. The foreign sovereignty says every country follow their own voluntary of separate law. So that's why when we enter the contract, at the time we can mention so who are the sovereignty, which country law will be followed. So these persons have a right to contract but cannot claim the privileges of not being sued. The rules regarding suits by the against foreign sovereigns are laid down by the sections like 84 to 87 of the Civil Procedure Code. So who are the parties are entered to perform the contract? The partners may be in same country. At the time there never becomes any disputes. If we contract the perform in our country and another country, at the time which law are followed. So that's why we can clearly mention which local courts or which jurisdictionary, which country will have followed, we can mention before to perform the contracts. The foreign sovereignty contracts are should not enter to in local courts and local jurisdictionaries. The next point is insolvents. The insolvent persons are also not entered to perform any contract. Any insolvent cannot enter into a contract as his property vests in the official receiver or official assigned. This disqualification of any insolvent is removed after he is discharged by the courts. The insolvent person is already maybe done any mistakes and he is proved insolvent to perform the contract. It means he is the IP person. So when we are IP persons are also invited to the contract, that should not be maintain a security for our contracts. That's why the insolvent persons are should not involve to perform any valid contracts. So insolvent person is also incompetent person to entering into a contract. And the next point is convict. A convict while undergoing imprisonment is incapable of entering into a contract. But this is disability comes to an end on the expiry of the sentence. Like convict since he is done any criminal activity and he went a prisoner. So that's why we never treat the convict persons are ready for to enter contract because of the reason. So when they are in done a much of contract situations, at the time they may be done their criminal activities. That's why should not enter to convict persons to contract. And the last point is corporations are company going ultra-wides. Its memorandum. A corporation or a company is an artificial person recognized by law. It is exist only in the eyes of law, but it cannot entering into a contract of a personal nature. But it can purchase or dispose of property. It is competent to enter into a contract because of the reason the person is moved directly, but the company is not moved directly. The company is an artificial person and the humans are the natural persons. The artificial persons are should not have any rights. The company may be moved only through the company director signatures and the company seal documents. It is competent to entering into a contract only through its agent. The company may be entirely runs with through the only agent like directors. and such documents must be officially stamped. The official stamped sense we can maintain the company seal and signatures of directors and their company's details. A company cannot go beyond what has been stated in its memorandum of association. So because of the reason when the company should be mentioned MOA like memorandum of association and articles of association, so it may be association of a group of persons. So that's why we should not ask any one person so what is the business transactions, what is the position of contract situations. So that's why we should not enter to perform the corporation or any company to perform the person to behalf of the person we can considerable like agents only. So that's why we should not to enter competent parties like incompetent party to the company. So these are the points of incompetent persons to entering into a contract.